As a contact, being but only a child, you defined my existence with your desire to return to your mother. Thus I came to prepare Mother's will. That will is Elheim. Ellie's disposition was influenced by me? Yes. My will was incarnated through a biocomputer, which was vital for Deus. After combining with me, the biocomputer evolved its functions, and that bioplant generated a central element. That is her. I was split by your contact. My physical form or flesh stayed in Zohar, while my will went into Elheim and my power went into you. That's why I waited to unite with you, and now it is fulfilled. My only remaining desire is to break this cage of fleshly existence. In order to do that, I must become perfect by combining with Elheim, as well as my other split physical form, Deus. The only way to return to my original dimension is to destroy this physical body. In the four-dimensional world, Zohar is perfect. So in order to destroy Zohar, I need the strength that was attributed to you. Zohar can only be destroyed by the hands of the contact. What about Ellie? If Zohar is destroyed, what will become of Ellie? Zohar and Deus are one. She is bound to the system by another's will to become one with me. In order to release her, it is necessary to destroy that very system that serves as Deus's weapon. However, having been created as a weapon, the Deus system seeks to unify itself with all of you for a different purpose than that of mine. Originally, her release should have been performed by me, the one who desires to return back to the higher dimension. But I am also bound to the system just as she is, so I am unable to participate. You are the only one who can release her from the spell. Just as Deus and I are inseparable, you and her are also inseparable. Alright. I'll destroy Deus and the Zohar modifier, and I'll save Ellie. You have experienced much loss and deprivation in your life. It is very tragic. Our contact and the resulting transference of power and will between you and I most likely played a factor in splitting your personality. I disagree. I can't blame anything or anyone besides myself. Regardless of what may have happened in the past, with the passing of time their cause becomes more remote. It is a problem that comes from within myself, that I myself must deal with. I see. You have managed to accept those tragedies, to tolerate all things, to comprehend and find where you stand in this world. If you have succeeded to do all these things, I am sure you will succeed in what awaits you now. To liberate all of us, use the Xenogears. Destroy Zohar. Wait, there's more I have to ask you. The system is awakening. Ask her later. And now we can save our game. So that was a lot of stuff. If you don't really understand what's going on, during the cutscene that I was staying quiet for, oh god, that actually took a lot out of me, because I was trying to do a certain thing with it. Oh, that was my first playthrough. Oh well. With the thing about them constantly running into each other, Ellie and Faye, they're connected because of what he was talking about. How he kind of created Ellie, I believe, is pretty much the short version of saying it. And because of that, throughout their lives, their past lives, they're constantly reincarnated and stuff. And within every life, they run into each other, Ellie and Faye. and they always fall in love, and somehow every time, at least I believe, every time within their lives, something tragic happens to Ellie every single time. So, it's a whole big thing. It's not told in a very, like, it's told in a very, what's the right word to say it? Like a mythical way, or, you know, some kind of, it's not told in straight words. It's told in a very, like, weird way. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but meeting the existence, Dad, meeting the existence, and having that whole talk with them, and becoming one with yourself, you know, with Id and everyone, and accepting the tragedies that have come within your life, creates what you just saw, which is a new gear, which we'll go over soon. And we gotta go over this whole scene because Faye's finally back and he's talking to his father and stuff. Now, I might be wrong about some things, as I've said before. Don't quote what I'm saying right now, because I might be totally wrong. I'm just speaking how I interpret the game, and how I see it. I understand it in my head, sometimes I'm not great at speaking it. But this is how I interpret what's going on, and to me. So I might be wrong. If I am, just yell at me, I guess. Dad, are you okay? Dad, I'm sorry. This is all my fault. Faye, you've returned to your own self. You've become one. Yes, thanks to you all. If all of you hadn't called out to me... Dad! Excuse me. Don't worry. This is good. This is, after all, Dad? You and I must become one. Groff! What's going on? This blew my goddamn mind when I first played this game. This blew my goddamn fucking mind. I was like, holy shit, what's Groff doing here? I reached the limit of the body I possessed on that day 3 years ago. I required a body that would tide me over until your true awakening. That is why I acquired the body of your father. Regardless of your awakening, your merging in the inherited memories you had acquired, there was no way for you to know of this, since you had lost your memory at this point. At the point in which I merged with your father. Impossible! What about Wiseman? What about Father? Of course, they were just parts of me. I couldn't hold on to Khan totally. His ego was far stronger than I imagined. When my control weakened, he showed himself to you as Wiseman. So, I'm just gonna go out and say this is some Star Wars shit. Cause, I mean, Groff was designed around Darth Vader. I mean, if you couldn't tell, yes, obviously. But, he's your father. He took the body of your father, which essentially makes him your father. Which is pretty fucked up. But now I must return to my original body. The reincarnation of my body that you inhabit. Stop it. Dad! I hear you, Faye. You see, he and I are one. I am Khan and Khan is me. He has become one with me. So you two should open your heart and unite with me. Then we can go on to eliminate everything. No, I can't allow you to control me. And somehow we're flying out back to our gear. I have no idea how this works. But this blew my goddamn mind. I honestly never expected Groff to show up there. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, it's kind of like a weird thing, because, you know, obviously it's been explained that Groff goes from body to body, and 3 years ago, his body just happened to run out, so he took your father. And there's nothing there's no, like, foreboding or anything for this. It just, like, it happens, and you're like, whoa, shit! holy fuck, my father is Groff. So, and also, he's been helping you through the entire journey. He was actually Wiseman. I'm not reading this part because I'm talking, but hopefully you can read this part by yourself. But yeah, he's also been helping you throughout your journey when Khan was able to gain control of himself again. So it's just like, he didn't have full control of your father, of course. So it's fucking awesome. This is the biggest twist in the game by far. And I mean, I said that before with Hammer, but this is bigger than that. Hammer is still huge, but this is way bigger than that. This is like a whole thing. Why don't you understand that your naivety, or no, it's naivety, sorry. I'm used to the other way it's said. Is what killed Sophia, what killed your mother Karen. I already know that. That's why I swore I'd never run again. That I must rescue Ellie. So don't get in my way. Wake up. Open your eyes, Father Lakin. If that's the case, then fight me. Fight me! I can't. I see. Then there's no choice. Since you are so unwilling to fight, I believe I'll have to use them as bait. Stop it! Don't we have the same memories? Can't you also remember that sadness you felt way back then? Why then? Why must you destroy everything? If we stop Deus, won't this all be over? You still don't understand, even after your contact with the Existence. I came to understand after my contact with the Existence that, even if Deus was destroyed, as long as humans still inhabit this land, Elheim will be born time and again. Then all living things may as well perish along with Deus itself. That's the only path to freedom. The path to release us from the eternal cycles of life, the tragedies of history and the spell of fate. Once I awaken Deus as a weapon, I'll obliterate all living things. Then I'll use your awakened self and that machine to return everything to nothing. That's what I concluded. Myong and Elheim are not just Deus's mouthpieces. That woman is its main body. Why can't you see that? That's not true. She gave her life for me by shielding me from harm. Her eyes weren't Myong's. Mother came back at the last moment. Myong, Mother, even Ellie, we're all humans born on this planet. Deus doesn't matter. You'll see. I will bring Ellie back. Father. No. Groff. If you won't back down. Never. Then I have no choice. The time has come to truly become one. And now it's time for the final battle with Groff. Oh man, it's been leading up to this point. The true Weltol. We are facing off with the true Weltol in our gear. And now, if you look on to the right, Hyper Mode is 99%. There is no more system id in this frame. This frame is able to go to Hyper Mode pretty quickly, and it's pretty much the most powerful gear in the game. It is ridiculously strong, and of course its name is Xenogears. So, it's ridiculously strong. This is the gear where we've obtained after becoming one with id, and you know, and all that jazz, everything we've gone through just now. And like when I first got to this point, I was like blown away. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe this game is fucking amazing. I mean, at this point in the game, I was like already in this game because like this game is fucking amazing to me. But this moment was the moment. It's kind of weird saying that 60 hours in, but like, even so, like, this, I should say this moment is the moment I realized that I really fucking love this game a lot. Like, a lot more than I did before. Like, I don't know what it was about this moment, but this moment, like, fucking blew my mind. So, okay, now we're into attack levels, so now we can start doing some major damage. $6,700 damage. Xenogears is pretty broken. Or Xenogears, whichever you want to prefer it. I know it's the proper pronunciation is Xenogears, but I've just been saying Xenogears so long that I just say Xenogears. But this final battle is fucking rad as hell. I mean, he doesn't, as you can see, he doesn't last long, because Xenogears is fucking broken. But goddamn, that is so cool. That part is so cool. Why don't you finish me off? If you don't get rid of me, then you cannot get what you want. It's alright, Dad. I understand. You are not Groff. You are my father. You and Groff are one. Your will and purpose never change. I knew that once we fought. But let's stop now. Our objectives should be the same. It is the same as our becoming one. We don't have to fight. What? My body! Zohar is after you. The last piece to combine with Deus' system. It seeks to unify with you, the first to have been divided from it. What? This is what Lakin wanted all along. After all, I'm an imperfect existence. It was inevitable that it would come to this, considering what had happened in the past. Lakin's imperfect secondary contact with the wave existence split his personality into two. Eventually his body died, but the original Lakin transmigrated, bringing the destiny of becoming a contact with him. He was reborn as your present body. The remaining persona, just his desires, lived on separately by possessing the bodies of others. That is Groff. That is me. I may have inherited Lakin's will, but I'm not the same as the contact Lakin. It is impossible for me to make a real contact. There would be no true melding and release. Even though our bodies may be different, I am still half of you. That fact remains. Although I'm imperfect, I can merge temporarily with Zohar, and thus may be able to buy you some time. This is the only way I can be one with you. This is all I can do. Deus' system will start to look for you again. Before then, you have to destroy the newly perfected Deus and this Zohar modifier. You're the only one that can destroy the physical barrier that encases God's body. Dad! As you said, that was Karen. Through many generations, Myong is beginning to break free from her bounds. Now that Elheim has merged with Deus, she has all of her memories back. All the memories from her original birth, as the contacts complement up to her current transmigration. That includes all of the lives she has lived as Myong, and her substitutes over the centuries. And of course, that includes your mother's memories as well. Mother's memories? Faye, cut away all the binds on mankind. You should be able to do that now. Save her, and all the other women bound with her. I'm begging you, Faye. What's this? This pendant. Is this Sophia's? Or my mother's? It's nothing. I'm just talking to myself. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused everyone. Thank you all so much. Anyway, let's get going. There's little time left now, for me, and for our planet. Groff is gone. What is this place? This is where it all started. This is our genesis. Humans were born here. Long ago, Deus crash-landed on this planet in an interplanetary colony ship. In order to revive itself someday, Deus detached the Zohar modifier's core. After this core unit came down here, a single woman awoke and arose from out of it. She's the mother of all humanity. Which is the girl that was in the opening cutscene. This is where we are actually talking about her. 60 hours in. After she awoke, she used all her power to bear several beings. These would become ancestors of the whole of humanity, which obviously would be Cain and the Gazelle Ministry. Yes. Finally, she gave birth to replicas of herself to be humanity's caretakers. Two selves, the human mother and the weapon. The subject and the complement. That is Ellie and Myong. I, the sole survivor from the colony ship, met Ellie and everything started from there. The land of Genesis. Kadomoni? I don't know. Sorry. That is that place. Yeah, but Faye. Even with their shared fate with Deus, why do you have such ancient memories? Usually human memories cannot be passed down through the generations. Humans do not normally have the ability to compress and store their memories in their introns. But Ellie and I, and Myong, are different. Due to our connection with the wave existence. That is, due to Zohar's ability to change possible phenomena, we can clearly store data in our introns. In other words, we can leave behind memories to be inherited by our descendants. Just as the wave existence is bound inside of Zohar, the information is affixed to me, so to speak, by some of the power of the wave existence. Then this is the form from when Ellie and Myong were still one being. This is the first woman of our world. Our mother.